Have you ever noticed the increasing attacks against Our Lady in today's world? From satanic rituals outside state capitals to mainstream media questioning Our Lady's virginity. The assaults on her dignity are becoming bolder and more public. If you're wondering how we can respond to these attacks, I want to share heaven's own solution with you. The 5 First Saturdays is a powerful spiritual response that Our Lady herself requested, and I'll show you exactly why it matters now more than ever. Welcome to America Needs Fatima. I'm Adrian Fonseca. These videos exist to share timeless wisdom from Our Lady of Fatima that will inspire you to grow closer to Christ and Our Lady. Before we get going, make sure to hit subscribe and click the notification bell to never miss out on another story of Mary. Oh, and also make sure to comment below and share your thoughts on today's topic. I'm looking forward to reading what you all think. In my previous video, we discussed how Our Lady appeared to Sister Lucia in Pontevedra, Spain. There in the humble cell of a Dorothian convent, the Queen of Heaven requested the 5 First Saturdays devotion. Today, we're going to explore a crucial question that Sister Lucia herself asked our Lord in 1930. Why 5 First Saturdays? Our Lord explained that there are 5 specific ways to blaspheme against His Mother's Immaculate Heart, and each First Saturday that we observe makes reparation for these offenses. Think about it. When Jesus himself explains the reasoning behind a devotion, we should probably pay attention. Now, what exactly is blasphemy? It's not just some ancient biblical concept from a distant past. Blasphemy is very real today. It means showing contempt or disrespect for God or sacred things. St. Alphonsus Liguori, doctor of the Church, described it as language injurious to God, stating that, quote, "No sin exasperates the Lord so much as a sin of blasphemy," end quote. When directed against Our Lady, these attacks become especially grievous because they strike at the one whom God himself chose to bear his Son. They assault her singular dignity as the Mother of God and the spiritual mother of all Christians. Jesus revealed to Sister Lucia that these 5 specific blasphemies against Mary's Immaculate Heart. First, blasphemies against her Immaculate Conception, denying that Mary was conceived without original sin. Second, blasphemies against her perpetual virginity, attacking the truth that Mary remained a virgin before, during, and after Jesus' birth. Third, blasphemies against her divine maternity and her spiritual motherhood of all Christians, which is rejecting both that she is truly the Mother of God and our spiritual mother. And remember, Jesus himself gave her to us from the cross when he said, "Behold your mother." Fourth, those who try to plant indifference, contempt, or even hatred against Mary in children's hearts. This particularly heinous offense aims to corrupt innocent souls, turning them away from the one who could lead them most surely to Christ. And fifth, direct insults to her sacred images, desecrating or mocking statues, paintings, and icons of Our Lady. These sacred images help us to honor and remember her, and attacks on them strike at her dignity. You might be thinking, that sounds terrible, but does that really happen today? Are these just isolated incidents? Let me share some troubling recent examples that show that these aren't abstract concerns, but real attacks happening right now in our society. Example number 1. In March 2025, a satanic black mass was held outside the Kansas State Capitol building. During this blasphemous ritual, the organizers stated that they wanted to, quote, "dedicate the grounds in our legislature to the glory of Satan. God will fall, and Kansas will be embraced by the black flame of Lucifer," end quote. In a moment of courage, a Catholic man named Randy rushed forward when he saw what may have been a consecrated host about to be desecrated. He was able to consume it to prevent the sacrilege and was subsequently assaulted. His brave action is reminiscent of the early Christian martyrs who protected our Lord from further indignity. Example number 2. The film Benedetta, widely available on mainstream streaming platforms, contains scenes that are profoundly offensive to Our Lady's purity. The movie includes deeply disturbing sequences where a statue of the Blessed Virgin is used for immoral and degrading purposes. I dare not say more. When people see a statue of Our Lady, should they think of purity or impurity? Example number 3. The New York Times, one of America's most influential newspapers, published an article titled, quote, "A Conversation About the Virgin Birth That Maybe Wasn't," end quote. They were suggesting that Mary wasn't a virgin and may have lived a promiscuous life. They even suggested that she might have been assaulted by a Roman soldier. Consider how many readers might have their faith undermined by such claims from what they consider to be a reliable source. Example number 4. Sojourners, a quote, ecumenical Christian media and advocacy organization, end quote, has published a distasteful article suggesting that our most pure Virgin Mother serves as an inspiration and advocate for LGBTQ individuals. Here are a few quotes from the article, and God forgive me for even reading these out loud. Quote, "I started to see her, the Holy Mary, as a gender-bending queer prophetess. I think of the powerful potential of a queer Mary that embodies, empowers, and enlivens the queer community to be proud of who we are. Therefore, Mary can be understood as a queer liberator, defying heteronormative and traditional gender and sexual roles. She is bathed in brilliant rainbow light," end quote. Such statements not only blaspheme against Our Lady's divine maternity, but also attempt to use her holy image to promote ideologies contrary to the natural law and divine teaching. Unfortunately, these examples are just the tip of the iceberg. From sacrilegious art exhibits to social media mockery, from television programs to popular music, Our Lady is under constant attack. I have to pause our story for a moment. Hearing about these blasphemies against Our Lady is very painful. The offenses against Her Immaculate Heart are real and happening all around us. In times like these, we need heavenly strength and protection more than ever before. That's why I want to tell you about our Child of Mary program. When you become a Child of Mary with a small monthly gift, you'll receive extraordinary spiritual benefits. First and most precious of all, every single day, a traditional Catholic Mass will be offered for your intentions by a faithful priest. That's 365 Masses a year. Just imagine the graces that will flow into your life and the lives of your loved ones. You'll also receive a subscription to Crusade magazine, our beautiful full-color publication filled with inspiring stories about Our Lady, the saints, and Catholic tradition. And as a visible sign of your dedication, you'll receive a special Marian pin that you can wear proudly. To become a Child of Mary now, simply click the link in the description box down below. Now let's return to our discussion about the 5 First Saturdays devotion and how you can put it into practice. When you look at the examples that I've shared, it's clear that the 5 First Saturdays devotion isn't just a nice religious practice. It's essential spiritual warfare for our times. Each of the 5 blasphemies that Jesus identified is actively occurring in our culture, becoming increasingly normalized in the world around you. What makes this situation especially urgent is how these attacks are appearing everywhere. Children see disrespectful images of Our Lady on social media. Teens hear celebrities mock Mary's purity. Adults encounter scholarly articles questioning her divine maternity. The assaults are constant and growing bolder. Each time you fulfill the conditions of the 5 First Saturdays, confession, Holy Communion, praying the Rosary, and keeping Our Lady company through 15 minutes of meditation, You're not just performing a personal devotion, you're actively participating in heaven's plan of reparation that has real spiritual consequences. Our response isn't merely defensive. It's about actively participating in the triumph of Our Lady that was promised at Fatima. This triumph doesn't happen automatically. It requires your participation. By embracing this devotion, you help hasten the day when good triumphs over evil, and Our Lady is properly honored. St. Louis de Montfort prophesied a coming reign of Mary, where she would shine forth more than ever in mercy, in might, and in grace in these latter times. This reign will come when faithful souls like you respond to heaven's call for reparation. In my next video, I'll walk you through exactly how to fulfill the conditions of this devotion, just in time for the 100th anniversary this December. I'll address common questions and share inspiring testimonies from people whose lives have been transformed through this practice. For now, I invite you to reflect. Will you commit to making the 5 first Saturdays? Could you share this message with someone who loves Our Lady? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. May God bless you, and Mary Immaculate keep you under her mantle. God love you.